Hey guys. So I used to be super fat, insecure, had almost no friends, and I used to go through a lot. Today's gonna be a very different video. I'm gonna talk about my journey and where I've came from because I feel like it could help one of you guys. If I went through it, I know there's at least 1,000 people in this world that have been through a similar problem that I have, and I just want to share my story with you. Okay, today we're gonna get pretty deep. I've never done this before, so I don't know. I've been through a lot socially, physically, mentally since high school to get to where I am today. Where do I start? I mean, you guys know me now. I'm in college at USC. I have an awesome friend group and lots of friends that are always willing to do videos with me, go on adventures. Oh, my friend Jocelyn's texting me. All right, I'm gonna put the phone away. Gonna just dive into this. We're gonna go way back, I think, to 6th grade. Wow, 6th grade. It's like 8 years ago-ish, maybe. I am a junior in college right now, but this whole story started in 7th grade. So leading up to 7th grade, I was a very fit kid. I did sports all the time. I played basketball and baseball. You know, I did everything. I had the spiky hair that everybody thought was pretty cute. And I had many girls in school who had elementary school crushes on me. You know, I was that kid. And then the tides kind of turned, moving into 6th, 7th grade, when I just started to not care about my diet at all. I don't know what it was, but I just started eating. I started eating whatever I wanted to. My mom would always tell me, oh, it's fine, just eat whatever you want. I'd have dessert every single night as a reward for eating my food, which is the dumbest thing ever. But nonetheless, I started to get pretty overweight with a binge eating disorder, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this, and I didn't even realize it. This went on for 2-3 years. I would get made fun of for being overweight, and it's not fun. It really isn't. One day in 7th grade, I went to the barber shop or the hair cutter. I asked for a haircut. At the time, my hair was getting kind of long. I wanted to shorten it up and spike it up at the top like I did when I was a kid, you know? I realized that I just didn't have as many friends, and the girls just weren't, mobbing over me. So I wanted to go back to the spiky hair days. I went to the haircut stylist. Halfway through the haircut, I stop her, and I was like, I like this. This looks good. And she's like, are you sure? You sure you like it? Okay, Jack, if you want me to stop, I'll stop. And I was like, yeah, I like it. I think this is gonna look good. I go to school the next day. I'm getting made fun of. Everybody's laughing at me. I got a couple that were like, oh, Jack took the bullet train to school today. Because what my hair looked like super short here, almost bald. And then at the top, it was this is really hard with long hair now. My hair is way different, obviously. I have beach surfer hair now. Just look at this picture. I mean, I don't blame him. I'm kind of laughing at myself from back then, but at the time it really hurt. It was hard. I moved into high school, and the thing with high school is I live in this little town called Winters. I would go to elementary school, middle school with the same kids from my hometown and another town that was 20 minutes away. High school, my parents decided that they wanted to send me to private school, and they made a lot of sacrifices to make that happen. So I went to this school called Jesuit High School. It's a huge influx of different schools mobbing together and joining one big 1,200 student all-boys school. So I had my friend group from my old school, and I would hang out with them at lunch because I didn't know how to make any other friends. This was at a time where I was very shy and insecure about myself. I was overweight, and things just weren't going right for me. Every day at lunch, it would just be the most toxic relationship with all my friends. I would always be the butt of the jokes, and I'd laugh along because I didn't know what else to do. It was a very difficult time, and I felt like I didn't have a best friend. Literally, my best friend at the time was probably my teachers. I would go to some of my teachers' rooms during lunch just because they were fun, and I felt comfortable and I could actually talk to them. So I didn't know how to make friends. I was stuck in a very toxic friend group for about a year. That whole freshman year, it was tough. And then a light switch went on. I was taking this health education class for my PE requirement, and then I saw this statistic on there. It said, do not eat over 40 grams of added sugar per day. Now, I don't know if that's completely accurate, if that's how much you should take or whatever, but it opened my mind to think okay, how much sugar am I eating per day? And I was like, holy shit, I'm eating 200. like 100 to 200 a day. Like, it's really, really bad. I had this PE class and we would go swim in the pool, and I would always feel so insecure about my body. Like, I could not go into the pool because I felt like everybody was looking at my stomach or like looking at my breast, because going through that fat stage in middle school gave me gynecomastia or whatever it's called. And I still have gyno to this day, but it's gotten better. I'll show you right now. And this is nothing on me. I've worked out so much since then. Hold on. I've gotten in like fabulous shape, but I still have like man boobs. Like, there's nothing I can do except like either cut down even more or get surgery at this point. That's something I've never shared with anybody on the internet before, so you guys are the first to hear about that. But I mean, I've changed a lot. Like, look. Like, this is way different than this. And I'm proud of it. I'm very proud of where I've come with my journey and health and everything. Right now, I'm not in the best shape of my life because I'm in college, and when you daily vlog, coming by food is kind of a struggle sometimes. I eat pretty shitty right now, but trust me, this summer, I'm gonna be ripped as hell. I'm gonna pull up to school and I'm gonna be Jay Alvarez, like, just watch me. But yeah, I would be very insecure about my body, and I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to that. And all it took was a little realization that I need to work on my diet more, watch what I'm eating, and I think I just couldn't handle it anymore. I forced myself to, like, I didn't eat a cookie for a whole year. Like, literally no sweets for almost a whole year, and I felt horrible if I ever ate a cookie. But it worked. And another thing that also kind of hurt was I didn't eat food, really. If you're talking about like calorie deficits and stuff, like, I was probably 400 to like 600 under my maintenance calories that I should eat per day, like almost every single day. It was really bad. 1 year later, I pulled up to school and kids were like, wait, you're Jack? Like, Bratset, right? You were in my class last year. Bro, you've like lost like 40 pounds. Yeah. So that year, I went from fat to super skinny. It was crazy and probably not healthy. I don't think that's the best way to go about it, but I just couldn't handle the pressure from friends and everything and getting made fun of for being fat. I almost went anorexic. Like, it was bad. Yeah, I got to that point. I was very skinny for about a year, and then I started to kind of get back to like a normal body weight, a normal proportion. Around my junior or senior year, I kind of got to that point. Now my body looks pretty good. It's in pretty good shape, as Arlen said.
You're tall and you're in good enough shape.
And Emma McDonald thinks I'm hot, so
Jack, you don't know yet that you are really hot.
I feel good now. But besides my body, I also, you know, still had to make friends. Taking it back to my sophomore year of high school, this is when I was very skinny, but I gotten past the fat stage. I didn't have any passion. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I got cut from every single sports team. Basketball, baseball, it's out of the picture. This was a really, really low point. I didn't know what to do. My best friend at the time was actually a kid that was 4 years younger than me. His name was Kenneth, and we still talk to this day, and the kid is awesome. I love that kid. He had been making some YouTube videos at the time, just some like silly stuff that, you know, is fun, something you just try out, and I don't know, something struck a chord with me there. I picked up a camera and I would go out with my friend Kenneth and we would just like film stupid shit. Like, we filmed on Halloween a gorilla costume social experiment prank. Oh my god. I would dress in my gorilla suit and we'd go trick-or-treating. I would lay down in front of the doorstep and just play dead. That was the prank. That's how it all started, guys, actually. That's how I'm here today. I don't know, something with video and photography, YouTube, just something hit right. I had always kind of looked up to YouTubers. I would go home and watch Casey Neistat every single day, like when he had his daily vlog, because I didn't have any friends. Like, I just felt so different from everyone else. It was hard. I would cry to my mom and be like, Mom, I don't have a best friend. Like, nobody likes me and I don't know what to do. And she would just tell me it's gonna be okay. Like, you're gonna get through it and you're gonna make some friends. So I continued along with the video and photography stuff. Still kept my YouTube going. If you look at this video, this was my first video I ever made. My first vlog. And you can just see how much I've changed. Like this video, if this doesn't show you that you can change and make it, I don't know what does, because this is the craziest transformation, one of the craziest I've ever seen. Yeah, roll the tape.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna be going to the Golden One Center to see the Lakers right here. Die-hard fan, and the Kings. Kings are gonna lose, you know. So this is actually my first vlog today, and yeah.
Yeah, that's me. So I started YouTube. I would watch Casey Neistat all the time. He was like my inspiration and my best friend. That felt like the path for me. Casey Neistat gave me my life back, I feel like, which is kind of wild. I started to grow as a person. I started to kind of fit in a little bit more just by being myself, being the better version of myself, and then kind of maximizing that potential I could have as a 15, 16-year-old. And later in this video, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to join MAXI, which is my friend Arlen Moore's program that has actually completely transformed my life once I got into college. Honestly, if I would have had MAXI back in my freshman year of high school when I was going through a lot of really bad stuff, I don't know where I'd be right now. I would probably be on the top of the world if I got into that sooner. So I'm gonna talk about that later in the video. But back to my senior year of high school, I'm starting to grow as a person, and then I found this other guy, and he kind of became my best friend, whose name is Justin Escalona. I guess I kind of outgrew Casey Neistat a little bit. I don't know. Casey's videos were kind of like G-rated, I guess, PG, but I wanted something a little more PG-13, a little bit more rated R. This guy, I don't know what it was, but there's so many things that just like related to me. It just reached me on a whole nother level. I started watching Justin's content, and obviously you guys can see that there's inspiration from that. Justin had a huge effect on my life, which, I mean, if I ever get to really meet the guy and I make it big on this platform, I just want to tell him that he's one of the biggest reasons why I started this whole thing. Yeah, I'm actually wearing 1340 right now. Basically what I'm trying to say here is that Casey was that best friend that I needed in high school that got me through those really tough years where I was overweight and didn't have any friends. And then Justin kind of came into my life at a time where I was growing and needed direction in my life. Where was I going to take my passion? What was the next step? And that's what Justin did for me. This all encompasses my YouTube channel. I make YouTube videos right now to be that person for my younger self, to be that role model that young Jack needed when he was 15, 16, 17. And so yeah, that's why I make YouTube videos. That's why I'm where I am today. So now we go back to my senior year. This is when I just found out about Justin, and things were kind of starting to turn uphill. At that point, my life was really flipping around. I got a girlfriend that I dated for a year and a half. You know, I still had some things to grow in myself. I'd reached a point where it was like, okay, I'm somewhere, and I'm proud of it. I could go to school and I wouldn't be made fun of. I had a pretty good friend group my senior year, 4 or 5 guys that would go above and beyond for you. That was really cool at the time. But I always knew there was gonna be something big. Something big was around the corner. I was moving off to college, and I realized this is the time to start. This is the time to like go ham and make it happen. I went to the University of San Francisco, which I ended up transferring from. I'm at USC now. I started making YouTube videos there. I tried to do the daily vlog thing, and it worked out for like 2 weeks. And that's when I realized the school, there just wasn't enough stuff. I wasn't good enough at editing. I wasn't great with girls. I wasn't even great with friends. Sure, I had friends, but I wasn't like a social circle genius. I needed a huge level up from that point. So I stopped the vlogs. I went full on with school, and I told myself I'm gonna transfer to USC. I'm gonna figure out this YouTube thing. Those are my 2 main priorities. A year goes by, I transfer to USC. I'm just ecstatic. I did it. So the next step was just figuring out YouTube. It was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this school. The social circle is massive. Like, I have so much opportunity in Los Angeles. What am I gonna do? This is when another guy came into my life, and it was Arlen Moore. Arlen had a story on his Instagram that said, free YouTube audit. Like, I'll look over your YouTube, see what's bad, see what's good, and give you like a pathway and tell you what the next step is.
And I don't think you really know how to get people to click on a video. You have a lot of potential. It's just...
And I was like, wow, that literally is what I need right now. So I gave it a shot. I joined his program. It was game time. He took me and so many other people to new heights. Taught me the ways of YouTube, and I don't know, something between us just really connected, and we started to grow on each other. That sounded really, really wrong. Okay, that was weird, but you know what I mean. I was in San Diego with some friends that I met from MAXI, from Arlen's program. These were my new friends, some really high achieving people. Had a blast in San Diego, and then it was at that point that Arlen invited me to live with him, which was like crazy thinking about it. You know, only 6 months ago, I just like met this guy. I always look up to his YouTube videos, and it was like a holy shit moment, and that's when things really just started to pick up. Yeah, I'm just really thankful. Wow, that was, I don't know, I think I'm kind of getting emotional right now. Yeah, it's been a crazy journey. Just to think about like where I've been and shit. Like this wasn't supposed to happen, and now I'm at USC and fuck. I never cried though. I'm at USC and I have so many friends here. It's all because of like, alright. It's all because of two things. That big change in high school where I just committed and I told myself I need to change. And then the second one was Arlen and just MAXI. It just upgraded everything in my life and gave me a real shot with YouTube. Like Arlen was such a genuine like mentor and help to my life. I know he is for so many other people as well, that I feel so comfortable telling you guys and to sign up for MAXI. Like I don't mean that from like, oh, I'm selling out myself, I'm just doing that to like make money or whatever. Like I truly mean it, and if you don't like it, I would literally pay you back, because it changed my life, and I know it changes like 99.9% of people that enter that program, that enter that community. I'm friends with so many people from MAXI, and it's just some really high vibe people. Like I said before, if I would have found out about Arlen and MAXI back then, I'd probably be on David Dobrik's level right now. Like, the amount of change in my life for the better, like as soon as I got it, probably a week in, was absurd. I felt like a new person again. I felt like I had purpose to my life. That's one of the biggest things that you really figure out in the first 2 weeks of MAXI. There's a whole thing on like social life and finding friends, meeting people that you want to meet, always being around people that bring in positivity to your life, getting rid of all that negative energy and the people that just suck. There's so much that I wish I could share with you, but I'd probably talk about it for way too long and also probably share too much information about the content in the program. But yeah, if you guys want to, DM me on Instagram at jackbratset. DM me the word MAXI on Instagram and I'll send you a code you can join. It's literally the price of 2 coffees. MAXI is $13, and those $13 will literally change your life. Also, since I just did give you my Instagram, feel free to DM me and tell me about where you're at in your life right now. If you were at a similar situation that I was in, let me know. I would love to hear about it and, you know, talk to you and help you get through it. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video today. A little change up, not like my usual vlog that I make 5 days a week. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got something out of this. I know if I struggled with it, there are so many people in this world that also have gone through similar situations. I'm very happy to say I've made it through, and I can tell you that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I would honestly say the fastest way to get out of that tunnel is to sign up for MAXI. I'm not joking with that. If you want a code, DM me on Instagram. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.
She wildin', 21, she said she straight out of college. Just friend already hit it, she got mileage.